Okay, so what I've mainly focused on here then is what you might want to call the horizontal dimension of human culture, which is collaboration. And but there's also the transmission component of culture. That is, that culture perpetuates itself over generations. Young children learn what adults are doing, and a culture is similar across time. There's some identity in the culture across time, and different cultures are different. So cultural transmission is the vertical dimension, if you will. And what I'm just going to argue to you very briefly here is that chimpanzees do engage in some small amount of cultural transmission. So a number of studies by my colleague Christoph Bosch and others have shown that chimpanzees do, if they see others doing things in their natural state, the different chimpanzee groups behave differently, and those persist across generations. But it's only a very small amount. And what happens, what I want to argue to here, is that once humans start with this more cooperative and collaborative mindset, then the nature of the transmission changes as well. So for example, teaching. Now teaching is parasitic on something like imitation or learning. So I only teach when I know you can learn. I'm not going to go like this if I don't think you can learn it. So I show you how to do it. But teaching is essentially a cooperative activity. I am spending a little energy here trying to get you to learn it to your benefit. So teaching has this cooperative aspect to it that straight social learning does not. So this is, so watch her, she's going to turn on this light in an unusual way. You can't see it very well, but that light turns on. The little girl could just use her hand. That's the easiest way. But she uses this unusual means, looks up to the face to see if I'm doing it right, does the hand, does it again. And now the teacher is going to show her another different way to do it. She's going to show her a different way to do it with her hand in a funny sort of motion. She waits to get her attention. She notices she gets her attention. Now she uses her wrist in a slightly funny way. And you notice the girl balls up her wrist and does it with her wrist as well. So, so what you're getting here is on the one side teaching, and on the other side really conformity, really doing it like the other one does it. Chimps don't copy like this at all. But in addition to copying, we actually get conformity. So we've recently done the classic ASH study with 4-year-old children. I don't have a separate slide for this, but basically the 4-year-old children, just like in the classic study with adults, they hear 3 children. They're looking at a little picture book, and there's one animal that's much bigger than the other. And they hear 3 other children say, and they say, which one's the biggest one? And all the other children say cat, and they're looking at their little book there, and the dog is much bigger, and they think they all have the same book. And so a large portion of the 4-year-old children say they go along with the majority. They conform to peer pressure, and they just say whatever I said. If they all said cat, they just say cat. And then the key thing is that we have a private condition where the child hears the other ones do this, but then the child can individually point and doesn't have to say out loud what one they think is bigger. And in the pointing condition, they point to the one that really is biggest for them, for the dog. So it's not that they think that the cat is bigger because all the majority said it. They were conforming to the group, and now they, when they can react silently, they are acting with what they know to be true themselves. And then we have a study that's still ongoing, but it goes in the following way. We actually compare children and chimps on a strong conformity kind of notion. So what they do is either a chimp or a kid. I just showed the chimp, but a chimp and the kid get the same thing. Here's a little box that rewards are going to come out of. And what they see is they see before they get a chance to choose, they see 3 individuals use this little hole here. They're going to stick a little stick in it, and they see 3 in a row do that and be successful. Or they themselves have been successful here previously. So they know that this works, and then they, sorry, I didn't say that quite right. So they have previously seen that this one works, and then they see 3 individuals do this one. Guess what? The children switch over to the 3 individuals. Even though they know the other one works, they follow what the others do. And the chimp, if they know that's been successful, they don't care what anybody else does. They stick with what works. You could call that more intelligent, if you will, but intelligence is not our issue here. The issue is social learning and conformity, and children are conforming. They are highly motivated to conform, normatively motivated, I would say. This is a little, you know, we psychologists are a perverse bunch, and we like to put children in funny situations. So what we did was we have a little game here, and the game, we taught one child that the game was to put colors on colors, and we taught the other child put animals on animals. So they have two different rules, and now they come into the room together to do this together. All right, and you're going to see it's in German, and we don't have subtitles, but you'll hear, you'll get the idea. Just if you want to follow a little detail, the animals are ducks, which are Ente. You'll hear him say Ente to Ente, and an eagle. An eagle is a hedgehog. So you'll hear him talking about Entes and eagles, and you'll see what happens when they do this.
Nein, Igel zu Igel. Nein, das. Nein. 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 Doch.
Doch means yes, like this.
Nein, das ist Ente.
That's a duck.
Ja, und hier ist Igel und das geht nicht. Hier ist Igel und Igel zu Igel und Igel zu Igel und ich sag's jetzt meine. Nein. Ganz bestimmt, das geht so.
Geht so means it goes like this. And now he's going to get the experimenter, okay? Okay. All right. So this is an aspect of human children's conformity, that once they see this is the way you do it, then not only do they conform, they want to enforce this on everyone else. Now, all the classic theories of normative development, of children's reaction to social norms, starting with Piaget, has asked the question, why do children respect social norms? Why do they follow them? And there are lots of sort of prudential reasons why you would do this. You want to not be punished. You want to fit into the group. There are lots of reasons why you want to do this. But why do you enforce them? Okay, that's a separate question, and it's not totally clear why you do that. Some kind of identification with the group, some kind of wanting the group to do it the same. So we're enforcing conformity, and notice that there aren't any real important outcomes here. They're just the game and playing the game by the rules. So we have children starting at about 3 years old in several different ways, showing not only just following norms, but actually enforcing norms on others and trying to get them to follow. And I'm going to show you one other version of that. And this is going to be a pretend game. So, Angel, this is relevant to the pretend stuff. That they're going to, and I'm calling this pretend status functions, because we actually wrote a paper where we tried to argue that this kind of agreement is in the direction of something like money and status, like presidents and stuff, in that pretense is where we're going to agree that kids going to agree that this little block is going to be soap, and this little block is going to be sandwich. And then the puppet comes in, and the puppet gets them mixed up. And you're going to see what the child does when they get them mixed up. Oh, yeah, it does have subtitles. Oh, sorry.
Ja, ne? Jetzt ist mal der Max dran. Da werd ich mal was essen.
Nein, Agente Mutzis, das nicht essen, das Heifen.
Don't eat it, that's soap.
Das Heifen.
Oh, ich hab so einen großen Hunger.
Das Heifen. Das Heifen. Das hier ist Heifen. Das Heifen.
Okay, so note what has happened is all this been is that the child and this adult agreed this would be soap, and now this person comes in and is going to do it a different way, and the child is in both of these videos they're upset. Okay, this is an emotional thing that somebody is not following, and here we've agreed this is soap, and it's not. You can't eat it.
Das Heifen. Das Heifen.
And now she's going to teach her what to do with it. Okay, so she actually shows her how to use it. So the origin of teaching has got to be this kind of doing it this way. Okay, now she'll show her the whole thing. So, okay. So she's going to wash her hands.